Happy Saturday, everybody, and welcome back to the farm. We have been busy today doing a couple different things. Started off inside, working on the barn to store renovation. Our friend Sam was back today helping with the electricity and just doing some clearing so we can get all the receptacles that we need for power placed. And now we are in our hazelnut orchard here on the back of our barns. We planted this part of our orchard last year. Some of the hazelnuts had died, so we ordered additional ones in our fruit tree replacements that showed up yesterday as well too. And so we just got those guys out. Dragon is now going around giving a little compost to some of them. And then the remaining portion of our orchard, for those of you who are unfamiliar, is right over there on that side over there, where a year ago, this February, we planted 220 fruit trees: peaches, plums, pears, apricots, nectarines, apples, quince, cherries, pomegranate, and figs, which we have actually over on this side is our fig and our pomegranate portion of our orchard. Dragon, happy to have this done today?
Yes. Just need to fertilize rest of them. But yeah, so you mentioned we did 2 plantings last year. The second, initial order was 20, I think, wasn't it?
I think so, because I think we ended up with 30
was 20, total. So we planted like first 3 rows, and we realized we can add another 8 or 10. So those were added, I want to say almost April. So most of the other ones were already budded. They were heavily budded when we planted, and obviously those didn't make it. So we decided just to replant them. And these actually look better. We ordered other ones. I forgot what was the website, from another website. These look way better.
And everywhere that you see a stick, that is where we have a hazelnut seedling planted. These are American filberts. What do you know about them? Because I didn't look them up.
They're Native American breed of hazelnuts. Hazelnuts kind of like to grow in a small bush, so they will send multiple stalks from the mother plant. We're gonna try to train them into the trees, each one. Hazelnuts don't mind a part shade, because this area here, it's fairly wooded, so it stays shaded quite a bit. So that's why we decided to do hazelnuts here. This also is kind of a sloped area. It's kind of not easily workable. We can't really put the tractors. We had chickens here. You can see where this really green patch is. Here we had chickens, but hopefully with sheep, once we get the sheep will help us get this fertilized. Until then, it's also quite a few different soil qualities. We noticed that this area is really sandy here. In the middle of there, it's really clay. We had a hard time getting a shovel into it. It then dips down, and that soil is again sandy and very dark and fertile. So it's going to be interesting to see these develop. But it's good to have them done. So one thing off the list.
All right. You want to go inside and talk about wiring a little bit? What we did today inside the store?
I'm going to get a bucket of manure and just fertilize the rest of them.
All right. We'll catch up with you in the store. Yeah.
Light, finally. First window.
Where is this? Where are we?
This is office window.
Oh.
Another fixed window. We're just gonna have the light, much needed light in this barn. So, yeah, window that was left from previous owner. We're gonna be able to put that in here. cut this board and move it actually up here. It's easier to cut it and put another board up here. But here we are.
All right, you promised us another look inside. Instead, you started
come on
doing
in, now you can see the office.
started doing another project.
Come on in.
Wow. I mean,
It feels like an office. It's just crazy. It went from
that light, it's like you feel like you're in a spot now where humans belong. Just getting that little bit of natural light flooding through here.
We went from a dark, dingy room into looks like actual office instantly. So.
But look at that view. Wow.
I don't care about the view as long as we have light in here.
Yes, that's awesome.
So love it. Kevin mentioned earlier, Sam was here, our friend. He's an electrician. He mostly deals with appliances, but he's also a good electrician. So he was working on putting in this orange wire. This is for all the refrigerators and freezer that's going to be facing our guests or customers. That's the supply. What's it called? Power supply. So we have. We're gonna have out three spots where we're gonna have outlets. We're gonna have outlets here, and outlets here, and outlets here where we can plug in up to I think 6 refrigerators on each. And then we also added the black supply line that's gone over into a freezer. This is a big mama jama. Then we also worked up front on some lighting, on not lighting, just the wiring. So this is going to be our main box here. All of our light controls are going to be right here. So lights for the store, lights for outside, and then what else? I think that's about it. Those lights. I don't know if that fan is going to need switch, probably.
Yeah, that would make sense.
Might need that on the other side. Then we wired at the bottom, so we have an outlet at each window, and we're adding outside box right here. It's going to be right by the door, just in case we want to do any outside lighting, and another box is going to go outside here, and the mirror image on the other side of the store. So it's a lot of thinking. Gotta think ahead. What do you need? So we kind of wrote down what do we need, just not to forget. On this, just to make sure that we cover all the areas that we need to. We have an exhaust fan up top that we're adding right and where the peak is. Then we outdoor outlets. I just talked about outlets. We need some lighting for outside, for our sign, for anything else. This is going to be our checkout counter right behind this shelf. We got to make sure that we have enough power there. AC units that we're adding. Stove is going to be added. Wood stove, but it also has a fan. It blows the hot air out. Extra line for reaching freezer. So we also, just in case if our line of freezers is not enough, we're gonna add maybe some reaching here if we need to. We wanna have options so we don't have to put in additional, later on, additional cables. Easier to run now while the walls are bare. Walk-ins, we already took care of that. We're gonna make sure that that's office needs to be rewired. The long wall, that's the wall behind Kevin. Sam is saying we're probably not gonna need to take down the insulation. You can do it without taking it down, but we'll see if we'll see that. Main lights, which is lighting up here. Bathroom lights, we'll see. We need to do those. Storage is mostly wired, but we're gonna make sure that everything is wired, which is storage back there. So a lot on the list to do. I think Sam said he's coming back tomorrow, so we'll see how far we're gonna get tomorrow. But this is gonna be a probably week-long process of all this wiring, putting in the boxes, and wires. We're gonna put them up top, hide them behind the rafters, so they're gonna be hidden on most of them on this side. So you're facing the rafters this way, you won't be able to see them. You'll probably be able to see them on this side, but they're going to neatly fasten onto the rafters on the opposite side. So that's how far we got. Can't wait to get these electrical up. Bella, leave it. Bella, stop.
Kim is in here.
Stop. Then once this is done, it's going to allow us to put the drywalls up, to put the metal up, and it's really going to start feeling like we're really making progress. So.
I mean, just looking at that light back there in that office, that
is instant.
Yeah, that feels so much better.
Yes. So that's where we're at now. So
all right,
there you have it. Kevin, back to you.
All right.
Studio.
As always, thank you for your time today, Dragon. You are an invaluable part of this channel. We'll see you tomorrow.
See you tomorrow. That's it.
I think that's it. It's almost feeding time. We gotta go. Sunday, everybody. It is a gorgeous day out here today. We are in our orchard working on getting some of those fruit trees that came in the mail on Friday, the replacements put into the ground. We had some crazy cold weather forecast over the weekend, including some snow predicted that did not materialize, which is a-okay. Dragon just said how unfortunate. So we are out here now getting a few things in the ground. This is a bell of Georgia peach. It is looking quite amazing. Looks just as good as all of the seedlings that we planted here in this row last year. The first...
This is the only peach. Sherry, hold on. This is the only peach that we kind of lost. So, Lewis Orchard, they're kind enough and send us the new one. But this one is still alive. It just now they put it probably 3 years behind the rest of them, so we might pot this up and save it. But out of 51 peach trees, this was the only one that struggled, and all the other ones are doing quite well. You can actually see them nicely budding up. These are actually going to be blooms. We have some blooms on them. We don't want them to fruit yet. They need still another year or two of growth. But yeah, it's amazing that out of 50 trees, we lost only one peach. We lost a total of 8 or 9 trees.
What else are we replacing today?
3 plums and 3
apricots.
3 cherries. Apricots, we just miscalculated how many we need, so we added 2 of those. So those were not replacement. You have to buy those.
A couple of apple trees.
1 apple tree, 2 pomegranates.
And cherry, black tartan.
And 3 cherries. You're gonna be replacing. So cherries and plums did the worst. We lost 3 in each row. Everything else did fantastic. Yeah, 1 apple out of 50 something, almost 60 apples, and 1 cherry.
And joining us today is our friend Cheryl. This orchard is named after her and her family. This orchard was possible because of her generous donation. This is Champion's Orchard that we are in. And Cheryl is a really great friend of ours, family really. And we're always happy when she comes down and helps us here on the farm. So she's spending the day with us today, getting a little work done here as well.
Absolutely, yeah.
So as you can see, lots of love goes into everything, and a little bit of extra dose of love going into the orchard today.
Bella, let's deal with the shovel again. All right.
So up next, we decided to add a few more of the fruit trees that came in to this portion of our orchard right here that we had blank, waiting to decide what to add. On this side is the fruit trees. That first 3 rows there are peaches. Then we have this open space for planting. And then over those stakes that you see over there on the other side of that netting is our hazelnut orchard right there. So we are going to be planting here a few mulberries. There are some, this is a Pakistani mulberry. I think all 3 of these varieties don't stain. So, okay. So Pakistani doesn't stain. We also have some pawpaws. Persian, mulberry, black, not here. Black Beauty. Right here, yeah. Persian and Black Beauty we have of mulberries. And then pawpaws, we're also planting some. We have Collins Select and Eastern Seedlings. These are both pawpaws, right, Dragon? Yes. So we're going to do 2 lines here. Pawpaws, I think, are going to come here. 2 rows of pawpaws we're going to plant, and then plant a 3rd row over here of the mulberries. So we're going to start out first by getting our measurements down, which Dragon is down there doing now. So he's going to need my assistance here, getting everything measured out, and then we'll get to digging, get these guys in the ground and staked up. This was a very successful day, I would say. The orchard instantly feels twice as big, yeah, as it was now that we've planted 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19 additional trees right here. We have 14 pawpaws. On the first row, we have 7 Eastern, and then the next row we have 7 Collins. And then right here is our mulberries. The first 2 are Black Beauty. Then we have a Pakistani mulberry in the middle, and the last 2 at the top are Persian. So now that is on the record, so we don't forget, because we didn't write it down, but we have this recording that we can watch back and remind ourselves. So next we need to eventually get the irrigation line patched in over here too, because it kind of we just need to run it from the last 3 rows right there. So that shouldn't be that big of an issue. Especially now we have all orchard pretty much on this side. Then we have this driving path that comes down between the barns, and then on the other side of this fence is the hazelnut orchard. So we are really, as my mom would say, we're farming now. Dragon?
Can you believe that just in 2 years we have planted over 3 acres of fruit trees?
It's insane. And over 15 varieties of fruit.
Yeah, it's crazy. Yeah, just I think we have 35 hazelnuts. Would you say we added today?
We added 14 pawpaws and 19. 19
so
added
that's
today.
About 50. So close, yeah, 207, plus the apple trees and all that.
Plus the figs, so close to 300.
Yeah,
fruit
close
trees.
to 300 fruit trees in these 3.5, 4 acres here. I think it's 3.5, including this behind us. But yeah, it just feels massive now. You can go right there, Kevin, kind of halfway up the hill.
Are you coming with me?
I'll come with you.
All right, because we can't hear you if you don't come with me. We like to keep dragging close.
You can really get the feel for how big it is. If you stand here, look behind you. This is the hazelnut orchard.
Again, everywhere you see a stake is a tree.
And it even goes further out because that field kind of drops down. It's a steep hill down that way. There's another 4 or 5 trees that way. And then you can see as far as all the way down to the big tree line where those straight oaks are at the end. That's how far the fruit trees stretch, where the ducks are. So all of this is now covered in fruit trees. It's just going to be insanely beautiful once, 3 years from now, once everything is in bloom. And who needs cherry blossoms in DC when we have this beauty right here, and varieties, like Kevin said, we have 15 varieties of fruit. So it's going to be beautiful. Can't wait. Stick around for that.
We plan on it. All right. All the animals are making noise. It's been a beautiful Sunday. It's after 4 o'clock. It's feeding time.
3:30.
3:30. Speaking of feeding time, there was no lunch today.
What? No wonder my stomach is growling. Oh, one tip that we learned from friends over Pahanak. He's a river steward. When you're putting stakes, even that little matters. Always put your stakes on a tree facing north so it doesn't shade that tree and it doesn't take any sun away. I know it's a minimal, but even that little matters according to him. So kind of makes sense that we keep doing it. That's north facing, so
All of our stakes are on the same side. Yep. All right.
I'm gonna get the digger.
Speaking of the digger, there's one right there. Hey, Snowy, you ready? Come on, buddy. Let's go, Snowy. Let's go. Hi. The day isn't quite over yet, as we are back on the back end of our big pasture. The big barn is right there, doing another control burn. If you saw our last vlog, we did one in that and talked about how beneficial it is for our pasture, with the ash being great and getting rid of some of these weeds, waking up some new species, and overall helping to just regenerate this part of our farm. So we are on the back loop here. I have a blower here with me. Dragon has a blower over there with him. And we are just kind of working our way. As you can see, the wind is carrying the fire and the smoke away from our vantage point where we are standing right now. I think it's moving a little slower than it did last time we did this a week ago. But we had also a little bit of wet conditions over the past week, so that might be contributing to how slow it's moving, which is also a good thing. And of course, we've done our due diligence and called this into the fire department because, as you can see, we're getting quite a plume of smoke going up right there. And I'm sure folks are talking. But rest assured, we have water nearby and we have it under control. Well, Dragon, you did it again. I know this seemed very dramatic, and at times it really was.
It was?
Oh, yeah.
Couldn't see from this the other side. I'm behind the hill.
Just you wait till this post next, and then you'll be able to see. Now let's go stand on the hill so you can really get the full effect of just what took place here. All right, we made it. Come closer so we can hear you. Let's take it all in.
Snow! Come on, let's go.
Hey, Snowy! He's on his way. Up. Can we
Good
just
job, buddy.
take a moment to appreciate that beautiful sunset happening over there behind the barn? We haven't paused for a sunset in a while.
We have some remaining fire.
So tell us what you did here today.
Big accomplishment. We got half of the field burned. I think so. I mean, half of the one that wasn't cut second time. We cut twice this area here. You can actually see how we ran chicken tractors. So that dark area, you can see the darker area, that's where the chicken tractors were. And you can see how much it improves the grass and soil. We noticed that with our orchard actually, how much better the grass is just in 2 years that we did the chickens there. But here we burned probably a good, 5 acres. I would think, at least.
Probably easily. I would like to stop to appreciate the fact that this is also, Dragon, where are we? What are we standing on?
Big pasture.
I know, but this spot.
I don't know.
What do you mean you don't know?
Oh, we're gonna build a house.
What is this? This is my favorite part of the farm right here where we're standing. Because we're on this hill, you have this great view of everything. I mean, not the orchard because the barns are obstructing it, but I always say the house should have been built right here on this hill because it is just perfect viewing.
It is?
Yeah. All right, sorry to interrupt. You were saying.
I don't know what I was saying anymore.
5 acres at least burned.
Yeah, we got a lot done nicely. As close as we could to the woods without getting into too dangerous zone. Because the dry grass still stretches into the woods. Luckily, we had a little bit of rain last night. That's another reason why I wanted to do this today before ground dries. So
It's almost like we have one brain.
yeah.
you
So
know.
this is really soaked and wet. So only the top dry grass, that's what was burning. We had a huge day today, huge day. Finished all the trees, planted everything, and this Kevin is gonna make me
Don't even say it, because it might be a
pizza from so yeah,
It's been a while.
so we're gonna finish the video right here. This is the spot.
This beautiful sunset. It's only Sunday. Wow.
Every Sunday, yeah.
Tomorrow's a holiday. I'm off.
Oh, we gotta put them to work tomorrow. It's one of those days.
Oh,
So yeah, we're still gonna walk the area one more time tonight before we close the chickens, just to make sure. You never know, it's fire. But we should be, so I don't see any smoke anywhere.
no.
So we should be all
We
good.
got our steps in today for sure.
So we'll be back tomorrow with new ventures. What do you see?
Oh, hi, Dragon. How are you? What are you doing?
What's going on in the office?
I don't know. Dragon added a little piece of the wall today.
Added?
Yeah. Oh, Dragon took down the. Ah, okay. Well, I see. Dragon is doing some structural engineering in here today. Oh my goodness, everybody! Look at this. The Dragon put up a window. We have our first window here in the office. This went up yesterday. We did not take any video of us doing the hard work, but it's up now.
What else is new in the office?
Come show us, Dragon. Dragon is pointing out stuff that's new. I don't know. Oh, he got electricity in the wall. We have power. We have power sources. We're going to be plugging stuff in. There's going to be...
That was the old existing. I might even keep that one. I added these 3, so these are going to be outlets, and that's the light switch behind you.
Oh, that's right. I forgot there's no light in
It
here.
wasn't there.
There's no light on this room was our storage for all of our jams and marinara and everything.
Storage without any lighting.
Yeah. We had to always grab our cell phones, turn on the flashlight, something to come in here. And
Tell people what is this for?
we made a nice long or wide windowsill. We can set some plants here, make the office space feel nice and cozy. Put some succulent plants there or something.
Succulent.
Maybe a coleus or two. Just, bring a little bit of homeliness to the office. Wow. Well, happy Wednesday, everybody. Looks like Dragon has been busy while I've been in meetings all day. Taking down the insulation here. He told me I couldn't miss it when I walked in. I said, what have you been doing? He said, you can't miss it. You can't miss it. Apparently, you can't miss it. These walls are completely bare. These studs are exposed.
Why are they exposed?
They are exposed because you exposed them.
Why?
We need to do wiring. So, wiring day continues.
Good news is that wall, one side.
Hold on. We're getting an update from the back of the store.
Good news is one side can place the boxes on that wall. You can actually do the metal.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah, because
There's nothing else.
nothing else is going over here. It's funny, though. I mean, just taking down that insulation, like the wall looks new for some reason. Yeah, just because that white wrap along the back is brightening up the space.
That's something that I remember last night. The fan. It's not on the list.
It is.
Fan.
Oh, big fan for the middle. I have to update the remembrance sheet. In case you haven't noticed, we are men of a certain age, so we need to write stuff down. Isn't that right, Dragon?
I'm waiting for you. I remember everything. I know exactly what's going on. Everything is in here.
Oh, that's a scary thought. What else is going on today?
No, I'm going to try to wire this wall. Get that done so we can start closing. Need to order the drywall. Excited to start closing these in. I don't know, fan here, maybe here. We need to figure it out also. Where do we put fan? Do we put it below the rafters, above the rafters? So what do you think?
I don't know. I have to think about it when I'm
All
not
right,
recording.
we'll get back to you, everybody, as soon as he thinks about it. Bella, what do you think? She said above.
All right.
We'll see you directly.
Okie doke. Ciao for now. Happy Thursday, everybody, and welcome back to the farm, and welcome all of these little peepers also to the farm. Good morning, Dragon.
Good morning.
What do we have going on today?
First round of baby ducks for this year.
Oh, my goodness. Look at those cuties. It's the only time where they won't fight you. So this is probably a girl, right?
Most likely girl, yeah. The usually pink beak indicates a girl, and it only stays pink, I believe, for like three to 5 days. Most likely Welsh Harlequin girl. So,
She's cold, so let's
yes.
get her back under. Get her back under there. How many did you hatch today?
23 here, and there's another 7 or 8 in there. There's a few more that are still coming out, so good hatch.
How many eggs did we put in? 50 something? 50?
5. I think 5 or 6 were not fertile. So we are way over halfway. Let's see what's the final. Today is actually day 28. Yesterday was day 27. Today is day 28 for them. So I still have ways to go. So
All right. Sounds good. Good way to get the Thursday bouncing off. So it's kind of cold this morning. So everybody's huddled up under the lamp.
this is always a shock for them. From incubator was high humidity, 100 degrees, and they'll get used to it. They just need a few minutes to adjust, so they'll be fine.
I just got home from the gym.
Go inside.
Dragon's taking a little break. Told me to pull my camera out and go inside. So let's see. Oh my goodness, everybody. We have a wall. My. Would you look at this? Ah! We have outlets exposed and everything. Wow. Dragon's been busy. Dragon's been busy. That's what you've been doing?
Making some progress.
Progress.
A little bit.
A little bit. All right. Progress is looking good. Happy Friday, everybody, and welcome to the end of the week.
Welcome back to another one.
We have just finished working on clearing out this corner here in the store. That is storage, of course. Compressor comes on. What were you saying, Dragon?
I was listening to you.
Okay.
What's going on? Telling me, take this down, take this down.
All right, okay. So this is storage on the other side of this wall here, and we are creating the space where the door is going to go because we are closing in the access here. This is going to be closed in, and this will be a solid wall behind our checkout counter. So now that door will be moved over to this space right here. So we needed to take down a couple of those studs that were in the way to create the room. And then we will also be adding another door on the other side of the wall as well. So you can have two access points. Well, the other side of this storage.
Quite, yeah.
So now over to you, Dragon.
So we're keeping this existing drywall. We're gonna build a frame, screw the drywall frame. Well, yeah. Put the frame in and then screw the drywall onto the frame and then cut out the door. So minimize the breaking down, because top portion we don't need to cut out at all. So that way we can have everything ready. And then we can put the electrical and get the electrical for the checkout counter as well.
This was one of the last completely untouched corners here inside the store that was still disgusting with lots of dust and just things that had collected over the years. So it's nice to also be able to get all of this stuff swept up and start to make space for the newness that is on its way. So this is where we're actually going to end for the week, while that hungry crew of chickens behind us is waiting because they see that we've gotten close and we haven't come over yet to feed them. So we're gonna go ahead and take care of that, and then probably try to get a couple more things done inside the store before the sun completely goes down, or we get too hungry.
My hand is shaking since I'm holding the phone.
Oh, what a treat, what a treat. But as always, we want to thank you guys for stopping by and checking in on us once again this week. Things are really starting to ramp up. I know it may not seem that way, but we can start to see changes that are happening, especially with getting some of that paneling up on the walls this week. Windows will be here, like Dragon said, hopefully in less than 2 weeks, maybe even sooner. And once those things start to happen and we really start to rolling, the transformation will be really at our fingertips. So we're super excited about that.
So stay tuned and be patient with us because we are almost there.
Almost there.
Almost there. Thanks again, and I'll see you next week.
But as always, if you happen to be traveling through Virginia, coming down US 301 and driving through King George County, make sure you stop right here and see us at the farm. Everybody stay safe out there, and we'll see you again real soon.
See you soon.